10 minutes to pitch and a 10-minute Q&A. So that's what's really important for your listeners to realize is not only do you have to have a great pitch, but you have to know the answers to the questions just like they do on Shark Tank. The minute you lose credibility, the answer is no. Or the minute you confuse people, the answer is no. And even if you're given 10 minutes, you only have 90 seconds to grab their attention, to pay attention to you for the full 10 minutes. Why it's so important to have a really strong opening. Don't waste the opening with the boring cliche things, whether you're giving a talk, giving a pitch. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here, blah, blah, blah. You tune people out, right? Nobody listens to that. I encourage people to open with a really strong question that grabs their attention. Did you know that only 1% of pitches ever get funded? Oh, what? That might grab your attention, right? And that our lizard brain, I call it, taps in and says, oh, I might learn something. I didn't know that. Maybe what else he's going to say is interesting too. So opening with a question that's got a statistic that grabs your attention is a great way to get people to want to lean in and know more. In fact, the whole point of a pitch is to not tell people everything in 10 minutes, but to literally just get them to say, that's interesting, tell me more, let's ask some questions, let's go into due diligence. So the whole point of a pitch is to get the second date. And then one of the key things investors say is, if you're selling dog food, I want to see the dogs eating the food. So one of the biggest mistakes people make is, I've got this great idea and people are going to give me money for my idea. When in fact, you're selling yourself. The investors invest in the jockey, not the horse. So you're the jockey and your horse is the idea, because it will probably pivot even after you've been funded. So that's what you have to realize first. So there's all kinds of ways to get initial traction. Sometimes traction doesn't even have to be revenue. It can just be letters of intent, people signing up for an email or an app. When this is up, I want to use it. Really understanding the problem you're solving is the key, and why you are uniquely qualified to execute this idea. The more you understand the problem, the better the investors think you have the solution. But no matter what you're selling, the better you can articulate the problem they're experiencing, then they're willing to listen to your solution.